to now do a comparison of the boys and the girls and the youngsters. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Koala Gardens. Please make sure you smash that like button and leave me a comment. I'm Katrina and I'm passionate about saving koalas. I have a wildlife sanctuary and you get to share the experiences here with me. I also help create a beautiful series of children's books based on the animals here on the property. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can help me help koalas even more. Closed captions are available in several languages thanks to Eric. And now, sit back and enjoy the video. In today's video, we're going to have a look at comparing the female koalas, the male koalas, and the young immature koalas. This will give us a nice wrap up on the last three videos where we'll bring them all together and do a comparison. By the end of this video, hopefully you'll be able to look at a koala and have a really good idea as to whether it's a young koala or a mature male or female koala, and not just simply look at it as a koala. If we look now, this is Jordan, and you can see that large round head shape compared to Angel, who's got a much finer head. It's not as broad at the top, and so her ears stand up larger and higher. Looking at the face of Chrissy here, who is a male juvenile, we can see that his head looks more feminine. He has the large eyes and his ears look large for the size of his head. Jumping back to see a mature male, and when we look at Hugo, again there's that large round head with the ears and eyes that are smaller compared to the size of the entire head. Now we're going to look at the ears and compare a few koalas. So here's Maxine, an adult female, lovely big fluffy ears. Chrissy, a male juvenile, again lovely big fluffy ears. But when we look at a mature male head, even if the ears are large, when they're compared to the size of that huge skull, they look small. Again, we have a juvenile head, and Frankie's head doesn't look too dissimilar to Ellie's because she's only just past a juvenile age, but we can now clearly see a very male face and ears on Zorro. Moving on to compare the eyes of our young juvenile, there's those lovely round eyes that look quite big for the face, compared to the eyes on a male where that Roman nose pulls the head forward. Here's another lovely mature male face, and looking at a juvenile again, we can see that eye size. And when we look at a female, those lovely round eyes on the flatter facial structure. In many ways, the differences are quite subtle, but the more koalas you look at, the more you can begin to pick those differences out. Let's see how well we can now compare the noses of the different koalas. Here we have a juvenile, that's a female juvenile, and a male juvenile. We can already see his nose maybe is getting a little bit bigger looking, but when we look at this male and this male, I think we can see there's quite a difference in how the nose works on the face compared to Matilda. And looking at Mist and Maxine as well, you can see that the top of the nose usually comes not much higher than the top of the eyes. I think we'll all agree that comparing the chest of an adult male to an adult female is quite a simple matter. It's usually more difficult looking at the chest when we have that juvenile koala because they've not yet reached that maturity of developing a scent gland. Think of it like a teenage boy who's not yet ready to start shaving. This means some juvenile males look quite male, but we don't have that chest to definitely identify them like we do here with Bullet and Klinger. In this final section, we're going to try and do a little comparison of the size difference between a juvenile, a female, and an adult male. So we can see that this is a small koala. You should be able to look up into a tree and get a feeling of the small size, but it takes seeing some adults and seeing some youngsters to really compare. Now it should be obvious that this koala has a lot more size to him, and of course it's our wonderful Bullet. With an adult male, you'll often notice that the neck seems to disappear, and they should develop a really great breadth of their bottom. I also find that when you watch an adult, there's a feeling of power in their movement because of the more developed muscles. There should be a larger feel to the body and a larger feeling of length to the body. And when you look at the arms and the legs, you should also see a lot of muscle development there. Now, of course, one of the easiest ways to tell if we're looking at an adult female is if she's got a joey playing about with her, either riding on her back or, as we can see here with Nick and Stevie, just sitting on her back. When out in the wild looking at koalas, quite often we need a fair bit of time and patience. We can observe this koala and get an idea of a size, but we may have to watch for a little while to really identify whether we're looking at a male or a female. And we're going to finish now with a quick quiz. I've got 4 koalas that you're going to look at in a moment. They're all numbered, and you've got to work out, are they an adult male, female, or a juvenile? Are you ready? Let's go. You have made it to the end of another video. So would you write in the comments below, just love koalas? There's lots more video coming up, so stay tuned to this channel. Thanks for visiting Koala Gardens. Did you hit the like button? Now before you go, there's lots more great video to see, and make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell.